I don't think any rational and unbiased fan would argue against the fact that Kyle Busch is currently the best driver in NASCAR. He's currently at a level that is comparable to levels of all-time greats like Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, and Dale Earnhardt. He has won 2 championships in the last 5 years, including the last one in 2019. But what I and many others may wonder is why is he currently performing at such an elite level? Most of it has to do with Busch himself. After all, the car is literally in his hands to move forward. But with this being said, I do think that there are quite a few reasons to do with why he is so dominant currently. Firstly is the fact that Busch has so much raw talent on his own. Ever since his early days in the Cup Series and even the Busch Series, it's been a constant and visible fact that Kyle Busch has an immense amount of talent. The talent has not receded in any way, but instead has been harnessed and shaped over the years. This is another reason to why I think Rowdy is on top of the NASCAR world. While many have tried to hammer it into our heads from about 2007 to 2013 that it's a new Kyle Busch that's matured and has really came out, it really was 2015 that was his formative year that you see the change in Kyle Busch. It seemed to have a humbling and formative effect on Busch. And since then, he has had much more composure on the track and thus has raced smarter. This has led to Busch having better runs more often than not. This is dangerous for the field as Busch has entered into the prime of his career as well. This natural progression of his career has just went up as each year ticks by. Outside of Busch though, there are a number of factors that have helped him ascend into the NASCAR throne. In the 5 years of Adam Stevens being his crew chief, he scored 2 championships and 27 wins. Busch before Stevens never had scored a championship and had 27 wins in 8 seasons before this. 8 of those came in 2008. So the added effect of chemistry only formed a reaction that dominated the NASCAR world. The world that unintentionally would be changed to his benefit. The playoff system that NASCAR has instituted, as well as stages, I think has aided in Busch's championship viability. In the last 12 seasons since joining JGR, Busch has led 1,000 laps or more in 10 of those years, leading over 2,000 laps in 2017. These would equate to the bonus points that all but gave him a free ride to the championship for because of stage wins. And the season that he led the least amount of laps in would be 2014. Unsurprisingly, this was a poor year for Toyota. Horsepower was the name of the game in 14, with some people claiming that Toyota lacked up to 50 horsepower behind the other manufacturers. This would be the manufacturer's weakest Cup season since their inaugural run in 2007. Toyota, with NASCAR's changes, would improve through the years and win the manufacturer's championship in 3 of the past 4 seasons that Busch would run in every race. Part of this also added up to timing. The competition against Busch has unintentionally aided in his dominance between the drivers who have either fallen off in how they run or retired, as well as a youth movement that has had little flair overall. A host of top-level drivers have retired since 2015. These being Jeff Gordon, Greg Biffle, Tony Stewart, Carl Edwards, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Matt Kenseth, and Kasey Kahne. Meanwhile, drivers like Jimmy Johnson and Clint Bowyer have fallen off immensely in performance. Add on top of this as well that the youth movement has also been sluggish in keeping up, as Chase Elliott is the only one so far to live up to expectations. This isn't a dig at Busch either. I don't want anyone to think that. Every dominant driver has benefited in these categories in one way or another in the cycle of the sport. When you put the most talented driver in the field, who has control of themselves, with a crew chief that gets them, with the best manufacturer in the game, a format that benefits their best traits against a weakened field, this is what happens. Busch is the man to beat right now and probably for the next 10 years or so. But now I want to hear your take. Am I out of the loop right now on this one? Or do you think this is why Kyle Busch is so good right now? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, leave a like and subscribe for more great NASCAR content. And until next time, have a good one.